Hey y'all, it's Melissa at MessyMissy Creates. I'm gonna journal Christmas Eve. I'd like to get Christmas Eve and Christmas Day done, but I have a feeling that Christmas Eve is gonna take me a while, so it may take the whole video. Because we have a bigger Christmas Eve than we do Christmas Day. I also kept, let's see, that one's gonna go on Christmas Day. I kept all of these. These were the tags that we used. I don't know. It just seemed like the right thing to do to keep them. And then these are the tag toppers from, you know, the packaging. I don't know if I'll use them or not. But this is a gift that I gave one of the girls. So I thought I'd keep that tag. I need this to be a pocket. And then I need a flip. A large tip-in. And logic tells me to tip it in here, but it's hard for me to know that that day is, unless it's smaller than this page. If I tip it out, I have to make it shorter, but I know that it's part of this day. So I was thinking of using, I can either use, well, this paper has front and back on it. Well, I could just use solid red, and that actually would match everything that's on the page, and that might be what I do. I've got some cute oh, I'm gonna need a pocket too. That may have to be red. Or I have green and squeaky chair. I have green that would work. I have this green sweater. I don't like this so much with the blue backing. This one, I could make a tag and it would match, but it's going to make the sweater upside down, which I don't really care about. I'm going to have enough pictures on it that it's not going to matter. So this may be my tag over here. And then this, I wanted to preserve this page a little bit because it does talk about Christmas Eve. But then I found this magazine page that I intended on using. And I'm trying to see how, I don't have to preserve all the words, but if I cut to here, that would give me Christmas Eve. Or if I cut here, I just lose all of it. But it talks about in Germany, the children wait eagerly for Christmas Eve, which is their big day of feasting, surprises, and Christmas joy. My mom was, actually she was not German. My dad was, he has some German in him, but she was Italian and Norwegian, Swedish Norwegian. And somewhere in there, in her childhood, Christmas Eve was a bigger day than Christmas Day. And so that's why my side of the family always celebrates so heavily on Christmas Eve. So then I thought if I use this, I could cut all that out. I don't know. Let me cut this down and see if I want to use it as a flip. Whichever direction I use it, I would still need to cut it a hair smaller than the page. So right there and right here. So let me do that. I mean, worst case scenario, we have some red scraps. So, and put that, and then this gets cut right here. During the day, I got ready. I was finishing making cards because I didn't get them done the day before because my friend came over and distracted me a little bit. And anyway, okay, so if I tuck it in here, it's going to catch it. I may have to make it a little shorter. If I tip it in here, it will be just fine. and I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, let's just do that. And then that will give me the front and back and this side over here. Because what I did during the day was different. We had, I baked cookies, I made cards. My friend came over with her 2 girls. Actually, that was right before we left to go over to my nephew's. He and his wife were hosting Christmas Eve this year, which was right up the street from us, so that was nice. Yes, I have oiled my chair. No, it did not work. So I'm gonna have to, I think I'm gonna have to totally unscrew it. It's very vintage. It's probably from the 60s, like an office. It's a rolling, spiraling stool. Very industrial-like. And, okay, so let me get all this out of here. Glue this down like a pocket. Move this so you can see. And then, oh, I didn't close my glue back. Let's see if we're gonna... Okay, it'll work. Anyhow, so I was talking about my stool, but anyway, I tried to fix it and it's not working. So I was gonna let this be kind of the daytime activity. I want to let that dry a little bit, but I want to make sure it's going to fit in there too. I might need to trim it down just a hair more. And oh, I did a video with me. So these are pictures. I have a ton of pictures from that night. I saved some of the wrapping with from one of my sister's presents to me. Okay, this should be dry enough. Nope, it's not dry enough. It's not. Not. Okay, let's take one little sliver off this edge right here and see if we can get that to go in that pocket. I was trying to kind of have this laid out before. Boy, that's still tight. I must have smeared the glue. But I don't want to pull on it until I know that the glue is good and dry. But anyway, so I had made some, finished making cards that morning. And then I started preheating the oven and I was like, you know what? I need to go make a video before I do that. So I think I'm going to put that right there. I'm trying to see, I think scraps will take care of itself. Scrap is Allisons Item of the Month challenge. Because I'm going to use this scrap of wrapping paper. I know that. And so I'm not going to worry about anything else. I was considering backing this so that it stood out a little bit more. If I did that, I mean, I have that red paper that I just cut down. Do I want to put that on here and then put there? I don't, I hadn't even thought about I could cover up that, because this paper doesn't really match that paper, but I could just cover the whole thing and make it all red and blue, and then, nah, it's okay. But I am thinking about doing this. So if I glue that on here and then trim it right here, and then I could put a piece of journaling paper right here if I wanted. That's a little wider than that pocket, so I'll have to cut it down. It just does fit though. Can you see that? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess so. I can just put it just like that. It'll be all right. You can see it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that glued on. Let's see. I just had glue paper. I mean, just had glue paper because I just videoed. But we're not going to waste time doing that. I'll just get out a new one because it was pretty sticky anyway. Okay, so Christmas Eve. Yep, I finished cards, made a video, made cookies. My husband's like, you're going to go make a video? Do you have time to make a video? I'm like, well, not really, but I'm going to anyway. So, I said I'm going to make time. So, I did. Let me glue this. I already took the cap off, apparently. Anyway, so it took me a while to finish making all these cards. These were for my siblings. And so I knew, you know, it's not, I was just handing them out to them. I wasn't mailing them to them. So it was okay that I was just finishing them, but nevertheless, I did that, and then I went and made a video. And, okay, so now I have, add that to my scrap bucket. And, oh, I know what else I have. My friend came, and we gave her kids gifts. Hold on, you're going to hear my squeaky chair for a second. Because, what did I do with it? I'll look in a minute. Oh, here it is. I finally got some of the Grinch stuff. That was that night. This was not my gift. This was my sister gave my my teenage great niece. She gave her, she gave her her present in that. It was, she gave her the socks, not the food, but she gave her the socks and a gift card. So, let's see. Am I going to put, I could put her there. They're both facing that way. That kind of stinks. Put her here. And her here. She has two girls. And we, gave them she came by and we gave them their gifts. And I need the day and date on something. Then I baked cookies. That may go, yeah, everything else is that night. Okay, I've got a couple pictures cut out, and then I gotta cut the rest of them. And then I need to tip this in and not lose all my stuff. Okay. So I could put this one from here. I could staple that onto here like that, or tape it on, whichever. And what else do I want to put on here? I could put the bacon cookie. Everything is facing that way, though. I didn't give that a lot of thought. I wonder where my bone folder is. Here's one. Now that that glue's good and dry, let me see if I can stretch that pocket a hair. There we go. Now it fits better. So I could put this right here. I could also use this as a pull tab. I think that would be adorable. Oh yeah, because I can't put it on the top really, unless I just hang it from here, which I could do, and that would be okay, and it would swing, and it would be fun. But it would also be a really fun pull tab, and I can still leave that on. This was from, I saved it from one of the packages we gave the girls. And let's see, I should have thought about that before I printed these off. And I could just put one on there. I don't have to put both. And then I can put about baking cookies here. Like that. I could put her up here. I think I'd rather have them this way. And then that right there. Okay. So I did have some cookies baked before they got there. All right, let me get my glue paper again and glue this down. Anyway, they enjoyed their gifts, and I didn't mean to put glue all the way to the end of there because it's going to stick over a little bit, but I'd like it to stick right up to there. And then let that dry. And then, so I'm going to put this right here. So I'll glue that down. Might need to flip this over so that I don't get sticky on my other paper. What is your tradition? Do you do everything on Christmas Day? Or, I mean, I know it's past Christmas now, and I'm really ready. I'm not ready to take down the tree. I don't ever take down the tree until after New Year's. But yesterday I finished cleaning up my mess on the kitchen table with all my card making stuff and my wrapping station, and I was ready to have, oops, that looks like she's standing on her head. Oh well. Well, we could just put her in here, and then you're just not going to see her. That's fine. It's okay. I think it's okay. I could let her hang over. Does that look dumb when you open the tag, though? Yeah, let's glue her back there. Whoops. Throwing glue sticks everywhere. But yeah, my mom and my grandparents, we always went to my grandparents for Christmas Eve. And we always started so late. And, I mean, really late. And we didn't finish until after midnight. And even when our kids were little, when my mom was still alive and we'd have Christmas Eve at her house or whatever, it was always like we were pushing because, like, our side, we had to get up and go when my daughter was little. Oh, yeah, I was going to put this here. When my daughter was little, we would get up and go to his mom and dad's, and pretty early in the morning. Do I just want to staple that? I think I want to staple it and not risk the glue. Not try to be so strategic with the glue. And I do have a whole package of colorful staples, and I just am not using them. Okay. I just saw them, actually. I forgot I had them. Okay, so here's the pull tab for that. That looks cute. And if we need that space for something else, we can put something else there. But for right now, that's the daytime stuff. So I need this tipped in. I think the easiest thing to do is to tip it in here. And then I need my clear tape. And some washi. And I'm trying to video ahead. This is Sunday when I'm making this video. I just finished another one. I'm going to try to get one more made later today, because tomorrow morning I have an appointment with my rheumatologist, and I need him to inject my right thumb again, because it's, yeah, it hurts a lot. And so I need that, but it kind of renders it useless for a couple of days. I mean, it really hurts for a day or two, especially that day and the next day. So I wasn't sure how much crafting I was going to get done. That's for the next day. That's for the next day. This is the Grinch stuff, and I'm not going to use Well, I could use this part of the box if I wanted to. This was my idea, Grinch. But I really wanted, so, so as she was opening, I was like, are you going to use the box? Are you going to use the fry bag? Are you going to use the, and she was like, no. And she's 16. She just wanted the gift cards. And, so anyway, I was like, can I have it? And she's like, sure. Okay, we need to find some washi for here. So I have blue and red, covered up most of the green. So let's see what blue I have that matches. Well, this 'Tis the Season matches perfectly. It's got that blue and red. And I can't remember. I had blue. This blue matches too with the penguins. But let's see how we like this. Because like the penguins I can use. Well, I was going to say I could use them in January. But they are carrying presents. But this is fun too. And like I said, I've had it a while. And I don't think I've ever used it. Because I don't usually have blue in my Christmas journal. But this year I do. Now we might put something different on the opposite side. So I'm not doing that just yet. Let me cap my glue stick before I gouge it. So what do I want on here? I've got all the daytime stuff. Card making, video, swapping presents with the girls. This, that, and the other. I think I want this. Oh, let me show you all the photos. Okay. And I did print these out on glossy photo paper. I couldn't find my matte photo paper. I know I have some somewhere. But I want to see how I need to cut them. And this is not very thick paper either. So I was like, well, that'll be good for the journal. We took family photos of each individual. We did not get one of all of us together, but we did get one of each individual family. Well, like ours was just us and, my husband and I, because our daughter wasn't there. And then look at her. She came strolling in her walker, waving at everybody, and she just was going to town. And she can go on that thing. This is my sister. I don't think you've ever seen a picture of her, because or very seldom have a picture of her. This is the one that was in the ER last weekend. So that's her great-granddaughter. Baby M is her that's her great-grandmother. This is that whole family. So that's Mama, Baby, and Daddy, and my niece, Lisa, and my sister, Cindy. They all had matching pajamas on. And then this family is my other sister, and then her two sons, their wives, and then this one's daughter. That's the one who is my great niece who gave me the Grinch box. And then this is Baby M playing with her big bluey. Oh, she just attacked it. And then this is my husband and I. And if I had known we were going to do pictures like this, I would have asked him to wear a nicer shirt. But that's beside the point. I honestly was so busy, I didn't even pay attention to what he had on. We did not, because he did. We have matching pajamas that we wore like last Christmas or the Christmas before. I forgot when we started doing that. But we have the black and white, not houndstooth, buffalo check. And they, like last year, one family had red and black, one family had green and black, that sort of thing. And then we had the white and black. Oh, and then this is my brother and his girlfriend. His two sons were not here either. They don't live in town. And it was him and his girlfriend. I wish they would have done a closer up of them. So I might put, I think these are pretty even. If not, I'm going to even them up with my scissors. And then, yeah, I think I can even that up with my scissors better than the trimmer. I'm trying to think if I cut, how about I just cut this out? Because I want to cut it out anyway. Because it's just really cool. So I'm going to cut down this white side. Get that white strip off. And then I want to get this writing off. Even though it's going to cut part of the packaging off. I mean, part of the packages. We may not get to save them anyway. But for now, I want to even this up. And cut. Oh no, that's not what I meant to do. Well, I'll have to glue back on the time for giving. I don't think this is going to fit on the top of the page. Is part of the problem. I'm gonna have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to lose the flag or trim it more. And then I wanted time for giving. Now, whichever page I end up putting this on, I don't know, but I would like it to be on Christmas Eve if I could. If not, I'll put it on Christmas Day. Okay. So that's trash. That's trash. I think I'm going to trim it more here, even though we're going to lose those presents. If I lose the flag, I lose the flag. How does that fit? Because that page is actually shorter than... Let me see how this looks on this page right here. Well, it fits better, but it does cover up everything. Okay. So, back to this one. I'll trim it down again. I think I'm just going to trim the flag off of here. And you'll just see the top of the castle. Or the clock. The tower. Clock tower. Well, that still isn't going to fit. Let me try one more time. I don't even know if I'm using this or not. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm using it somewhere. I just would like it here. And especially since that matches. Okay, now it fits. But what I was thinking is have this here. I don't really, I mean, the red background's okay. But I thought about letting Little Bit be the star of the show. And I'm going to probably hide some of this. This is actually date stamped Wednesday, December 24th at 8:42 p.m. So I didn't realize that was that late. We ate for a while and then, okay, let's see if we like that. And then let's see where I'm going to be able to put all these other pictures. Because right now, so far, I like what we have going on, I think. Although I could separate and cover up that little house right there and do that right there. And I think I like that better. Because that's what it's all about. It's all about the kids, right? Or I could put the picture of us right here. But she's way cuter. Okay, let me glue this down because I know I'm going to do this. Even if I have to make another tip in or tip out or tip something, I know that I am going to do this. And so I need my glue paper big. And I'm not even going to tell you that I already lost it. or it's just under something. So, there. See, I didn't even have to tell you that. Because I know that you're all shocked that I lost something. It's not a video with me if I don't lose something. You would think I was unwell if I didn't lose something, right? You'd be like, you know, it's kind of like somebody that picks on somebody. You know, if they're not picking on you, then you worry. If I'm not losing something, then you worry. Okay, so that's even. We're going to see how even my cutting is, which it's not, but that's okay. A little of that red shows through, and then I may have to trim that just a hair. Or we just let the glue dry and hope it doesn't stick to anything, which I think that will be sufficient. Okay, so what did we decide and where did I put it? Oh, it's right there. Okay, so let me see. Oh, I need to put the day and date too. This was all of it, almost all of us. My niece took the picture. And then this isn't on photo paper, but this was when she was opening our gift, and we got her this Miss Rachel doll, and she would tear off one little piece of paper and hand it to her daddy, and tear off one other one. I think I already told you that. And he was, you know, she'd hand it to him, and then when she would look at what you got her, she'd go, "Aw." And it was so precious. It was just unbelievably precious. So, I could put that one there. Time for giving. See, now I lost the time for giving. But it's okay. And I could put this. This was my this is my great niece. This is her. This is the baby's mom. And they call me Aunt Mickey. Anyway, I was going to put that on here somehow to show, you know, for it to show that it's a flip. So somehow I'm going to put that there. I'd like to have it, I don't know. I might just glue it so I love her handwriting. It looks so professional. Okay, so if I put this here, or put this down, I can cover up this part of it. And I could put the day and date if I could find them. Let me get the rest of the pictures out. And picture, yeah, I don't know. Here's the day, or the day of the week. Oh, here's the, okay, so I don't know if I want to put this up here and then put like this here. No. Let me put a pin in that, because I could put this right here. Well, and I could put this right here and then put time for giving like that, and then just save all the pictures. Okay, so let's put a pin in that, and let's pretend, okay, I need to find some washi. This side I can use red and green washi, or this red plaid, or, I mean, I have tons of red and green that I haven't been able to use yet, or a lot of it that I haven't been able to use yet. I like this one a lot. That one's green, red, and silver, which would be fine. I like this one. I've used the green packages. Oh, I really like this one. Let's use this one. Okay. With the gold. Okay. Oh, I was just trying to push it down. Wasn't trying to stir everything up. All right, so let's put the washi away for a minute. And here's what I would like to do with this. I want to glue this like here. This was, like I said, this was off the package that my sister gave me. Actually, I'm going to slide it over a little bit. Yes, I found my ruler. I'm going to slide it over a little bit where you see all the Marys, and I'm going to like tear that corner off, if that makes sense, because that corner got, well, for lack of better words, boogered up. This is very thin paper. I'm so used to the Hobby Lobby really thick paper. And that did not tear very well at all, did it? Okay, I'm going to tear it under this Mary. Maybe because it wasn't sitting flat. Let me see where I want that. Okay. Let's tear from right here. And then now I should be able to tear under here. Okay. So it's going to cover up the story, but it's not, well, I tore it one layer too thick, didn't I? No, that was easier. Mary, Mary, Mary. Okay, so I can glue this down. I can tear this off right here. So we don't hide the waiting for Christmas Eve. I'm going to cut that. Okay, now I'm going to glue that down. And we can put pictures and stuff like that over it. I just wanted this because it has my tag from my sister on it. I have another tag from my other sister. I just don't know. It didn't get brought in here, I don't think. But I like to keep them. I like to see the writing. I like to have things in my journal that has their writing, like, you know, on a card or envelope, you know, whatever, whoever the person may be. Okay. I think that my because what my sister gave us was in a bag, and I have a feeling that my husband ran off with it. That's what I'm thinking. So that's why I don't want to totally hide this. What I'd really like to do is put a brad in it, and I might do that. I might have to do it off camera because I don't know that I can get to my brads. Let me see. I'll save that one for later. Let's figure out how we're going to do all these pictures. Okay, so I have this whole page right here, and I have this McGrinch thingy. I'm going to cut it right here so it's a little shorter, and then I can put something in it and tip it in if I want to. So I'm reserving that for that space. And then I can put I could put this, oh yeah, I could put this across the top. That would be cool. It says Mary, Mary, Mary. And then I can just put the photo strips well, I didn't cut that one very even, now did I? Can't tell how far into the video I am. My screen is so cracked, I can't tell. So there's one set of family, or two sets of families. And she's going to get a starring role. I know that. That's just all there is to it. Because is the first time, like I said before, it's the first time we've had a baby in the family in a while. And so it was the highlight of our night to see, you know, all the pictures. And this was all of us just kind of gathered in the living room. I might put that one there. I'm thinking if I cut this down fairly evenly. No, I must have the pictures offset just a little bit because they're not cutting even. Because I was thinking I could do that, but then I don't have a place for us. So, and I don't have a place for her, and we've got to have a place for her. And so how am I going to do this? Well, I do want that at the top. I like that. I think it adds a little something to the page. If I tip this in here, I could put some of the pictures in here. I'm missing I can tip her in. That's their family. I'm missing one more family. The sister with the two nephews. And the other picture of us. And it's harder. It takes a lot longer. I'm going to do this and I'm going to mess all this up. But that's okay. Because I was wondering if I left it over here. Nope. There's that family. That's her bars. Oh, here. They're right here. Then where is... No. Yeah. That's that sister's family. That sister's family. And I'm missing the brother and the boyfriend. Brother and the girlfriend. Not brother and boyfriend. And I can cut these in half if I need to. So that would be... Nope, she's going somewhere else. So I shouldn't have cut those apart. I may have to cut all of them apart. May have to cut these apart and these apart, and then maybe put us in the middle. Nope. Yeah, that's all the families. And then there's just her and a little bit. My other sister got a picture with her and the baby too. I could glue all that down just like that. And then tip this in. And put this one up here. I haven't decided which one's going on the other page yet. But I do know I want this glued on here. I'm trying to see how much time I have left. Okay. Not real long. And my husband is bringing home my mother-in-law today. And so I'm trying to get this done before they get back. And I still have to shower and finish doing some chores. Yay. How do we like that? I like that one there. I like this one here. I can put, I can put this here. You know, I can put this picture here. I can put, and I can always tip it like up or down so I can write on it. And I don't have to use the Grinch bag, but I'd really like to. I'd very much like to. And where do I want to put it though? I mean, I could put it here. That's going to cover up all those pages. Let me see what tag I have that will fit down in here. I know that I have one. Well, nope. It was too wide. I already used the blue one, didn't I? Oh, I could put this green one. I could cut it down right here. Let me get my pencil. Cut it down right there. And that one could go in there. And then I could put some of the pictures in there. Okay. Let me make sure that fits. Of course it does. Perfectly. And now I want a... Well, I might as well use one of these green ones. And I'm going to staple it on just for the sake of time. I could use... I have one more red Santa. I might as well use him. Yeah. And rather than having the green on the green, I probably should glue it, but I'm not going to. Okay. This is kind of hard to do without the staples being crooked, but that's just kind of how it has to be. Maybe I'll cover it with something else. Okay, so that I need to tip in. So that tag I could put, I could put the pictures of, well, I don't want to put some of the family pictures on there and then some of them on here. Now this one is just her with the baby, so that could go in there. Here's, okay, here's one family, here's another family, here's another family, and where is the other family that I've lost 18 times? So I could do that. I could kind of stagger the pictures like this. And I could have her right here. And I could have this, and I just need that other picture of... No, that's all of them. That's all of the, that's that sister and her family, that's that sister and her family, and that's my brother. So everything else is the baby, and us, and so I could put this one here. It doesn't fit. I could put this one here. It fits. Like that, and just kind of cattywampus them. And then I left that thicker just in case I do tip it in. But I don't think I want to write on the back of the photos. So I'm thinking that I'm just going to cut this down. Because this really is very thin photo paper. Which is fine. There. Mary, Mary, Mary. And then I can put... Let's go ahead and glue those down. I want to commit to that. So I'm going to use my art glitter glue if it's not dried up. I'm going to glue down. I'm not going to tip her in. Okay, it's not very happy with me. Let's see if we can make it a little bit happier. And then I'm going to have to go here in a minute. My husband's already called me. I know that means they're closed. I was supposed to have time to make one more video and take a shower. But I might have to, might not get the shower. There we go. Maybe not quite that overlapped, but I want them kind of staggered. Oh, I could have put her in the middle and then, darn it, and then staggered the rest of them, but that's okay. That is okay. So, do that and that and that. Anyway, we have such a good time. We love Christmas Eve. I mean, I love Christmas Day too. Don't get me wrong. But Christmas Eve is special. I don't know, starting with, you know, even when my mom was little, she would talk about Christmas Eve growing up and how, you know, her grandparents made it special. And so it was just tradition. And we kind of fought it when our kids were little because it was hard going to bed so late and then like having to get up and do Santa and go be somewhere else, like at in-laws' houses. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, those are all on. And then now I got to go back and figure out what's going here. So, do I put Time for Giving here? I still think she needs to be front and center. Time for Giving, and then I still have to do the day and date somewhere. I could put this right here. Yep, that would work. Okay, perfect. And then I just have to figure out where I'm putting these other 3 photos. Squeak, 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 squeak. And I want to glue this down first. Can I trim it down anymore? It's pretty good. Leave it alone. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because you got to boot, scoot, and hurry. Okay, that I can glue. I don't have to have art glitter glue for that. Let me move the tape. I'm done with that. And then I don't want to lose these 3 pictures. Move all my junk out of the way. Glue paper again. Oh, my back is hurting. Sorry, guys. Had to stop and stretch my back. And I really would like to put, I would love to put some pom-pom trim right here. Because we have room for it. Or I could put the gift tags. Oh, wait. But wait. I have all of the above. If I do this gift tag thing, then I can put ribbon coming out of it. Ooh, that got sticky on it, darn it. Oh, mercy. Now it looks awful. Awful, just awful, I tell you. Okay, so I haven't glued this in. So let's get the side that's not sticky, because that's what got on the last picture. So this was just a group, kind of a group photo. It's hard to take. Not everybody was in the room either when she took this, but close enough. And then I'm going to tip this in. I guess I have to tip it this way. And then I can put this one in here, like I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus. Anyway, so what are your traditions? What are your traditions like? Okay, move that. I got that out of the way. I'm going to put this one somewhere. Really want this somewhere special, but I think I've already used special. And I'm going to just tip that in with some washi that matches, but doesn't, because it's got that washi right there. So I'm going to use this. And I may have to stop before I'm finished. So see back for assembly instructions. That's funny. They're not kind of even. I want it separate from that washi right there. Okay. I got rid of the washi too soon. What did I just do with it? It's okay. I'll use these presents. Right there. And that did not, I didn't do a very good job of getting that on evenly. So therefore, that gives me writing room back there. I hope it didn't make the pocket too small. Okay. Nope. It's fine. It works just fine. Beautiful, beautiful. It worked beautifully. So here's my picture pages. I can go back and add stickers. I probably will. I'm going to probably put this one right here and this one right here. And I'm going to use the glue stick, even though I've been putting the art glitter glue on it. I've got it in my hand, and I got it right here. And let me see if I can find a spot that's not sticky. And then I'm going to have to go, I think. So, on the next video, I may have to, yeah, see, I got sticky. Yikes. Sticky on the pictures. Maybe the next video I'll be able to come back and I like that right there because we were unwrapping presents. So let's do it. I know that's the thing I've been using to say that I wrapped presents, but let's do it right here to say that, oh, I don't want to cover up a little bit. You see a little bit she even got in the picture. There. There. Oh, I covered up all the Christmas Eve. Oh, well. Oh, well. And I could have put it back here. Could have put some of the pictures back here, but I didn't. So, coulda, woulda, shoulda, right? But we have this for this day. I knew this was going to be a long page to do. And I love this. I love the pinks. I love the red, whatever. And I still have not put on her tag. So I think what I'm going to do is go back and get like an eyelet or a brad and do it to where I can see her name. Or I may do it. If I glue it anywhere, I'm going to glue it right here. I'll glue it right there. Just that little part right there. And it still says Merry Christmas, and then that way I can turn that tab. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So right about there. Perfect. And then that turns that tab, and I can still see her handwriting. And if I can find my other sisters, I'll go back and add that one too, because I have this sister's handwriting and this niece's handwriting. Anyway. All right. Well, I hope that y'all enjoyed that. And, yeah, I hope you had a great Christmas. We've already talked about all that. But, I may go back in the next one and add some, pom-poms right here. And then I'll journal Christmas. And that'll be that. And then I can put away all my Christmas stuff. Yay! All right. Well, I hope that you have a great rest of your day. I appreciate you being here. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye-bye.